channel, and today we are going to be working on the Camaro. I'm going to try to get it completely ready to go, and we're going to take it out today and actually drive it around and just get some street miles on this thing, because I've really been neglecting on this thing. But since I've gotten the truck has had a lot that I needed to do to it, so we're going to get this thing back on the streets and try to go to a car show this weekend. But my original plan was to actually put this on there, this billet aluminum fuel filter. The problem with that is underneath this car there's not a ton of room, so this ended up being a hope and dream kind of thing. But I mean, we'll save it for something else. Maybe I can use it on the truck, don't really know. So we had to trade this out and actually go back for like a factory style one. I just got done painting the bracket on it. We just went with a K&N factory style filter. It should cut pretty much just as fine as the factory one. So we're gonna install this, get some gas in this thing, and then I've got to adjust my what is it called? The IACs on this thing, just to get it back running better. For some reason, I think when I broke down one day, I was trying to do some adjustment on the IACs, and what had happened was the vehicle was already too hot, and then of course I adjusted for that temperature, and it ended up causing some issues. So we need to back those back down. They're a little high, and other than that, put some gas in it and run this thing. But guys, I'm gonna get this filter in for right now, and we'll get this thing back on the ground, get some gas in it. Alright guys, so what we're going to do real quick is everything's down on the car. It's pretty much ready to go. I'm actually going to check, make sure I got plenty of coolant, because I haven't run this car in a while. Check the oil, even though I hate taking this dipstick out. We got plenty of oil. Perfect. So we're gonna start this thing up, let it get to like 100, 160. And I didn't put no octane booster or anything this time. I want to see how it runs without the octane booster. So it's just 90 non-ethanol in there. Just see what it does on pump gas. Looking at on the IAC system, we're right at 34. So at 160, this thing should read somewhere around in between 2 and 5. That's where I've been kind of having a little bit of trouble trying to get it to dial in, but it seems to be pretty close. So we're gonna let it get to 160, and I might have to back it down just a little bit. I gotta get the gas gauge hooked up in this thing. So just checking the temperature on the headers. Making sure all the cylinders are firing. So right now we're at 156 degrees, and we're down to 22 on the IAC system. So we just jumped into learn mode. The computer is now learning itself. So we should do all the adjustments now. So I'm just gonna open it up just a little, see where it is. We're down to 16, 17. Open it up a little bit more. All right, that's down to 9. Should be anywhere from 2 to 10. And that's at 160 degrees. And it kind of jumped up there for a minute. Idle a little sporadic for some reason. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shut it off, restart it, and see where it starts at. We're gonna start it up and then see where the IAC system comes to when I first start it up. Because it's warm now, so it should come back down. It's at 30. Bad at 180 degrees. Still a little high, but if I go any farther down, I'm just going to do a small turn. Five, 6, 7, 4, 3. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. All right. So that's fully adjusted out. We're gonna leave it right there. Now we need to get some gas in this thing. So guys, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna get my gear together, my backpack and stuff like that for my camera gear, and then we'll back the car out. And we'll run down to the gas station. Hang on one second. All right, got gas now. Should be good to go. Things running pretty good. Better than what it was. Hopefully I can keep the temperatures down. cases that I do want to use it, I'll have it. This motor, he said it should take 100 shot easily. So that'll probably be later on down the road once I get wheels, suspension. We're gonna be doing, I found a set of wheels that are pretty nice. I gotta do some measurements in the back to make sure they're gonna fit. But everything looks good on them. They should work good. And then we're also gonna be doing a roll cage and maybe some other stuff. I haven't quite decided. Passing by Richards. I said cruising, but getting on it a little harder than cruising. Temperatures are staying pretty good. I'm at 184. It's a cool day here in Nashville. This motor does tend to run a little hot sometimes, but too bad, I have to say. I mean, it still feels really slow to me for some reason. I don't know if that's because it's not tuned yet, but I don't know, it just don't seem like it's got the throttle response that I expected out of a motor that was gonna have, you know, 500 plus horsepower. Good though. I'm actually happy that I'm actually out like driving this thing. I've been wanting to get it out for the longest, and I got the truck and working on it. Probably should have slowed down. I think there was a school zone back there, but we'll keep that on the hush hush. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a stop point up here at O'Reilly's and have to talk to these guys for a little bit, hang out. Just see what's going on, and then I'll head back in the other direction, and we'll make sure that everything's going good in the thing. Not really. All right, guys, so after talking to my buddy in here, I got another subscriber, so that ended up actually working out pretty good. But as of right now, I think my e-brake's jacked up. As of right now, we're actually gonna head back towards the house, and I'm gonna stop by my buddy Richard's house and just make sure this thing's doing everything it needs to. Everything seems to be doing pretty good, except for exhaust. The temperature did get up to 200 there for a little bit, but I don't know if that's quite accurate. Sometimes the gauge doesn't read what the radiator is. So sometimes that's not right. But that's what the computer's seeing is 200 at the water net, which I know there's no possible way. Driving this car. You know, this car was pretty fun before we even did the motor swap. It was just a cool little driver. Didn't have a whole lot of power, but I mean, it don't really need a whole bunch of power. The suspension on these cars are phenomenal. Even with the factory setup suspension on this, it feels so right, if I could say. I would go through a school zone in a car that's not made for stop and go traffic. Hopefully we don't get too hot right here. Never get, well actually I'm not going to say probably, I will never get rid of this car. That's how much I love it. I'm telling you guys, if you have never owned a third gen or have ever rode in a third gen that's got a built motor in it, it's amazing. This car with factory suspension on it drives like it's got an aftermarket suspension on it. T5 transmission's not bad, but I definitely don't think it's going to hold the nitrous. So probably a T56 in my near future. I hate driving behind people. They brake, and I just wish I had this road to myself right now. Popping. Lady, you don't need your turn signal for this. So we just just hit 201 and it seems to just be staying right there. That could be because I'm riding high gears, but this rear end, the back of this thing kills this car. It's such a low ratio. Sooner or later, I'd like to go 410 on the back of the on the rear diff and do an 8.8 rear end. So we're at my buddy's house. And that fucking e-brake. I gotta fix that for sure. The e-brake cable, I think, is broke on it. It keeps on pulling loose. It still holds a little bit, but she is idling a little high. But it's for some reason it's showing 1% on the throttle position.
Might not want to sit there with them pine needles.
You gotta grind them till you find them. Everybody, this is Kim. She don't like being on video. Come back, Kim. You can't see her. She's running. There's Kim. That's Richard's wife. But guys, we're gonna end the video here. I appreciate y'all coming by and watching the videos and subscribing. Like I said on the last video, you know, if you know anybody that loves cars and yeah, grind them if you can't find them is what she said. But guys, we're going to end it off here. This weekend, we do have a cruising I'm going to go to, and I am going to film some of that for y'all. You see some of the local cars that we actually have in our area. So as of right now, guys, we will catch y'all later. Please like and subscribe on all this stuff. Please like on these videos. It helps us tremendously. And let's please get to 1,000 subscribers and keep on going. We're shooting for the moon here, guys. Appreciate it. Catch you later.